Are you sick of me yet? I'm back, the card god Hades, bringing to you my fiend deck profile. Basically, this is my fiend XZ's synchro deck, and I really like the way it plays. This is probably one of my favorite decks and one of my strongest as well. I got it finished a little while ago, and I'm really happy. It's probably functioning better than I could have expected. But without further ado, you've already know me, so let's get on to know my cards. This is not exactly a meta deck, or basically something that's very popular, but I don't know, I like fiends. Dark Resonator. To me, this is the best tuner monster ever, especially in a fiend deck profile. It's a pure fiend deck profile. It's a pure fiend dark deck profile. There. By the way, this is a little bit different and out of my comfort zone with the fact that I'm actually using a bunch of different sub-archetypes, and I'm like using them all, which kind of makes me feel better, but at the same time, I don't know, it's weird for me. 3 Umbral Horror Ghoul. Oh, this guy, really good. It's got a decent beat stick of 18, plus its other effect can really go for XZs and synchros really fast, especially when you work it with this guy. Umbral Horror Unform. By the way, one of the main things we're going for are rank 8 and level 7 and level 8 synchros. Bleh, ranks and levels getting me confused. Damn you XZs monsters. Yeah, basically you get this guy, attack with it, and you instantly get 2 Umbral Horrors. That's why I'm running 3 of each Umbral Horror card. See? Live up to my promises. Will-o'-the-Wisp. You can even just summon this guy and have your opponent hopefully walk into the trap, and basically they'll lose their monster. But another way to use it is because this card can copy the level, it can go for another XZ summon. Or a synchro summon, and I'll explain why I'm still using 3 of these, because I'm sure most people probably wouldn't. But continuing on, Phantom Skyblaster. This is a fiend deck staple. Basically, hey, you summon him, get tokens out on the field, level 4 fiend tokens, dark, 500 attack, 5 defense, and yes, that's equal to the number of monsters you currently control. So you can basically summon this guy while you have, I don't know, 2 dark resonators, get out him and 2 fiend tokens, go for a synchro, and go for an XZs. That's how awesome this guy is. And this is another sub-archetype, like I said. Malchivorous Knife. I am using the Malchivorous. I am using both of the 2 number cards that number 96 used in the anime. And, I don't know, I've liked these guys since they came out as Shadow Spectres, and I wanted some deck where I could use them to their full, strength. So, yeah. This guy's probably my favorite, just his artwork. I'm gonna kill you all with cutlery. Plus, he does have a good effect. Basically, summon him, bring out a Malchivorous that's in the grave. This guy, I didn't realize how good he was until I started playing my deck. Basically, I can use this guy. If I have one of each Malchivorous card in my hand, I can instantly go for 96. Basically, summon this guy first turn, special summon Fork. Here, 2 Fork. I'm using 2 of each. I have 2 soup spoons, 2 salad forks, and 2 steak knives. But yeah, I can just special summon Fork, discard the knife. While I control him. Okay, let me just go over this. Basically, normal summon him, special summon him by discarding him, and his effect, because it's special or normal, I get to bring him back out. And that's basically triple threat kill, because then I can just go for number 96. Yeah. And here's one of my boss monsters, and this is one of the cards I've loved for a while, so I thought, why not? It's a good card. The Wicked Eraser. Basically, it's a Dark Hole meets Heavy Storm, hits monster, hits Slifer the Sky Dragon. It's really cool. Plus, this deck swarms so fast, like I just told you with the whole Malchivorous combo. Yeah, this thing, the more your opponent plays, the more this guy gains attack. And if they even try to destroy it, they're going to lose their whole field. So that's a pretty awesome card. Only problem, just can't be special summoned, so not too bad, but yeah. Chaos Necromancer. Another boss monster that probably is underrated. To me, it's a boss. Basically, it is for last turn. The two things we're doing with these deck is Synchro and XZ summoning, and then bringing out monsters in the grave, just for this guy. Basically, he gains 3 times the number of monsters in the grave. We have about 20... Hang on a minute. No. I think 22 monster cards? Yeah, pretty sure. So this guy, if you have everything from your deck into the grave, basically all your monsters, assuming you have like 3 extra deck cards in the grave too, this guy can be over 6,000. I've gotten this guy up to over 6,000 and nearly won a duel with him. I actually did, because my brother decided to be a jerk. Terraforming. Yeah. Archfiend Palabyrinth. Really just, I use it for the power, because I'm not running Archfiend cards in it. I should, but whatever. Like I said, this is a bit different for me. I don't usually use cards for one effect. 2 Fiend Sanctuary. This, mostly for stalling. I did think of running 3, but then I discovered another card that I realized that I probably should have run. But yeah, this guy can be really helpful mainly for synchro summoning, and I'll explain in a bit. 2 Resonator Call. Basically, I look at this as having 2 more Resonators in the deck. Staples, Dark Hole, 1 Mystical Space Typhoon. And this is mostly going for destroying your opponent's spells, or your opponent's monsters, because that's what fiends do. They drag your opponents down. Because we're also playing Offerings to the Doom and Tribute to the Doom, both for clearing out your opponent's field, or at least clearing out a monster. And we've also got a Foolish Burial. This works well with, like I said, Knife, or even using, like, the Malchivorous combo. Sometimes even Umbral Horrors can benefit from it. I don't know. You think. Plus, there is a way we can actually use this with Chaos Necromancer, and I'm going to show you when I get to the extra deck. Traps, mostly staples, 1 Threatening, 1 Sakuratsu, Shadow Spell, Widespread, Call. This one's not exactly a staple, but I got it recently, and I actually wanted to use it because it does focus on Fiend cards. Bark of the Dark Ruler. Basically, I pay my life points in multiples of 100, and my opponent's monster loses attack points, and this activates when a fiend attacks or is attacked. So my opponent brings out Neo Galaxy Eyes. Bitch, I'm just gonna clear out half my life points. You're dead. And a damage gate, because we do get a lot of cards in the grave, so why not? Another 40 card deck, that's also going to be a running theme. Just for anyone that wants to know. I probably will not be doing commissions for decks, because I'm not rich. Our extra deck. This is probably the reason I built the deck, Dark Highlander. I acquired it a little while ago, and I wanted a deck where I could easily and awesomely bring it out. And another card I wanted to build it for was this guy, 100 Eyes Dragon. See, this is why we're using the Umbral Horrors, plus why we can use Fiend Sanctuary. Basically, I combine Dark Resonator, any one of my other Fiend-type cards, specifically Umbral Horror Ghoul, its effect reduced to 0, special summon an Umbral Horror, Will-o'-the-Wisp, instant 100 Eyes. Plus, with the fact that he can banish Chaos Necromancer, he can basically go up to over 9,000. It's over 9,000! Xyz monsters. We have an Evil Swarm Thanatos and an Evil Swarm Nightmare. Thanatos, power, plus it's probably one of the few cards that I think can survive number 90, or Wicked Eraser. Nightmare, really just to make sure your opponent isn't special summoning out too many cards too fast. Number 96, the Legendary, and Ginbuster. Ginbuster, it could be better. I wish it got the anime effect where it at least only had to detach 1, because having to detach 2 to negate 1 effect while it only has 1300, that's kind of sad. Konami, why you do this to me? Anyways, this deck is fairly smooth. You can throw in anything you really want with the extra deck. This deck can go for a lot more common rank 4s or staple rank 4s. But I don't know, this is the way I like to build it. So, hope you enjoyed, continue dueling, and continue believing in what you believe in, blah.